harsh wind of the Icewind Dale cuts across your faces like blades as you exit the inn. The bitterness turning your heads to the northern hills and the reality of your situation begins to swell in your bodies. The warm summer days of Tribor long gone, the humid night and bustling streets of Yartar behind you, and even the unnaturally tropical streets of Neverwinter seem like a lifetime ago. Donned once again in your winter clothes, you prepare to head back out into the unforgiving north, where the reality of the chaos of the giants' shattered ordning truly began to show its head almost a year ago. Reflecting on this time past, you're reminded of the chaos that is growing its grasp around this world. The giants are ravaging these lands, Brynshand gone, Mirah also, and the deeper undercurrent of this displacement and death that must be stopped in some way or another. You are joined by a new party member, a ranger of the north by the name of Riven. Few words have been shared by the solemn figure, but his counsel to Mirah was clear. In light of a growing threat of frost giants making their way south, evacuation from this village to seek safety southwards was the only option left. In the light of this, Zephyros the Giant, Sirac of Cezail, Helmet Helmer, and Geraldo Magnifico lead the operation of guiding civilians into the tower, now larger than before at the command of Zephyros's great magic. And as the evacuees pass you, as you prepare your transport, the Gyrocopter taken for Byron as well, some stop by to talk, some offer thanks, some too tearful as they depart from their long-lost home. Long-found home, sorry. Abard, you are handed a flagon of bitter ale from a man leaving the inn. But Finnan, you feel a tap on your shoulder. All right, pal. And you see, turning, this is Garrett, the halfling who long gave you the blue summonoo, standing opposite you, clutching a pack and leaning against a mangled wooden staff, wiry hair protruding from his nose and ears, and a hazy look in his eyes.
Man, that's you again. Been many halflings out on the road, Garrett. Why, last time I saw you, we were...
Indeed, that is tending to be the last time we saw one another in this world, but judging by the look of you, you seem this journey's taken you far in more ways than one.
Right. I pull out my bag of herbs, the yak folk on the mountain. Here's a gift for you, friend. Far-flung mountain yak food. Beef Kalfakaya.
Well received. Well received. Something to look forward to on this journey. He
Right.
kind of stares at you, his face kind of shifting in concern. Do I even want to know what's under that mask?
Buddy, it's let's just say my brewing expedition my brewing not improved. I won't inflict that on you unless we have to.
Fair dues. Fair dues. Well, I don't know where you're going, but I best be off with this lot. Not sure where we're going, but I suppose we'll be coming back to this place. Shame. I quite liked it here.
Any chance you got them mash mushrooms?
He delves into his pack, looks down, and pulling out some very dry, crumbly looking mushrooms. Right, they're a little bit old. Haven't used any in a while.
They'll go, mate. They will go.
What was that old stick I gave you?
Great. That stick has been fantastic. You won't believe what got up to in Neverwinter. There was a big party. Gates. There's some guards. I thought, no, this is the perfect time to use the Blue Summonu. And my god, what a distraction. Fantastic.
I'm glad to hear it served you well.
Okay, well, it continues to do so as well. But shh, I'll forget about it. Surprise them again.
All right. Our little secret. And he taps his nose.
Finnan taps it.
Does Nubs taps his nose behind them as well? Oh. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Garrett just kind of gives you a bit of a hard stare. And then points his attention back to Finnan. Holds out his hand. Good to see you, bud. Look
Likewise.
after yourself.
Secret halfling only handshake.
Kind of goes to turn to join the queue of other evacuees as they're all kind of starting to form a line into Zephyros' tower, and he turns back round. I mean it, by the way. Look after yourself. Take good
Try
care.
to.
Back into the queue. And you start to see the scale of the village of Mirah move out towards Zephyros' tower, and your attention is brought back to your mission at hand. And I hand back to you all as you start to move forward from here.
Anyone know who this is? Smash points at
Me.
the new person who's joined the past.
Can't really tell who is the new one and who is the old one.
There's a new one.
I suppose.
I
Smash
think
points
he-
at Riven.
I think he's not met Riven before.
Who?
Well, like,
It-
not officially.
I think I know you better than you know me, Schmatz, brother.
Oh,
Alright.
really?
I
Wow.
think I may have overheard some of
Words.
your party's feelings about your behaviours.
Yes,
Oh,
But I
yes.
think-
Well, that's just a bit of cultural understanding. Pay no heed to that.
lizard man can't be trusted.
Yes, you
Well,
can.
I think you feel like you've stayed together long enough and you've made it this far, guys. So, I'll put my faith in you for now. But I must remind you that frost giants are coming from the north, and we have this contraption of yours, this gyrocopter. I suggest we make haste.
Why, north is where we're headed. Ish. North. West.
We follow the river from above.
Who are you? Unger's looking at you. Blankly.
My name is Riven. I am here to help if I can. I know this area. Riven.
It's like
I can take you.
Raven.
Indeed, I know the way
I
to
am from Raven tribe.
well. Ah,
I'm speaking of you, I'm sorry.
He does that sometimes.
maybe it is a coincidence. What did you say your name was, man from Raven tribe?
Unger Bungerson.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Unger. I'm sure you are strong and noble, like the Raven.
Yes. Unger leaves out a hand to shake in the old Roman way by gripping the wrist. Is what I expect, anyway.
I think Riven sees what Unger's doing and matches the shake.
Oh no. Unger gives a limp handshake.
Oh,
Oh, so let's see how strong mine is then. How do I do this?
Oh, wow, yeah. Ungus. Oh no!
like
Two
two
dead
hands
fish
slapping
slapping
it.
at each other. Yeah.
The rest of you witnessed the worst handshake ever in history.
Sort of just
I feel
bad
already
for
like
them.
I don't want you to judge me on this, Unger, but
So
I promise I have knowledge that will be abused.
It has been a stressful day.
Smash shakes his head in
had breakfast
disgust.
yet.
Finn turns to Unger Bungus. Wogart.
What is your current state?
Okay, don't go.
Finnan laughs and starts preparing.
I'm just going to pull out the never-ending or the very plentiful kettle of soup and have a little sip to try and restore his strength.
I think Riven looks confused at this point and says, "There's much I must learn about your group, I think, but I'm sure I will."
I would say the soup kettle is a very significant thing to learn about. I would say it's one of our more treasured possessions.
Of course.
Yeah.
infinite soup in infinite varieties, says Nubs, doing a little sort of like posture.
That does sound
It's a
fantastic.
damn miracle. At least that's how I think how it works. I'm not sure. I've never really looked at it closely.
I didn't realise there was soup.
Yes, there is soup. I have magic kettle.
Could I have some, please?
Yes. Unger kind of holds it out, not giving it to you. He's kind of expecting you to hold forth like a cup or something, or a bowl.
I thought you were going to do a typical like Skinner and the superintendent. No, like with the Northern Lights thing.
Flash just holds open his hands in a sort of cup shape.
Unger kind of pauses and looks at this.
Could you pour some in, please?
You will not waste it.
No, my hands are strong and cupped, and it will go straight into my mouth.
Unger pours a little bit begrudgingly into your hands.
Flash takes it up to his mouth and looks it. Do I do some sort of check for soup handling?
Or you can take the spices, or you can...
Sleight of hand, dexterity,
Yeah, sleight of-
dexterity.
it's good
Oh,
for
yeah,
sleight
right,
of
that.
hand.
Soup leaks down his chin.
pisses everywhere.
Ah! No more soup.
Smash looks embarrassed.
You tried your best. You tried your best.
It's just not my day, Nubs.
I think it gives you
Yeah, says Nubs, sort of
plus
looking
something.
away, shuffling off. Sorry. Well, it's a bit quiet in here, isn't it? A bit awkward. Maybe we should
Not
get
at
a
all.
gyrocopter.
Yes, maybe we should get peddling.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good, we've got a new manservant here, eh, Bard? Phil Emrick's place. Pointing
Yes.
at Riven and massively misunderstanding the situation. Where did you find him?
Oh, in the tavern.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Yes.
Hold on, Smash. I want to make it very clear. No manservant.
No, we
Well,
don't
thank
have
you.
a manservant. Actually,
No,
the
that-
last
that's-
one, quite deceased, in fact.
You can see him if he summons his grandfather, but he's
Yes.
not very lively.
Oh, you misunderstand him. He's a ranger like me.
Man, any sort of person can be a manservant, you know, Nubs. It's not restricted.
But
You can be one too if you'd like, but I think
But I'm not a
bit
man.
above that.
I'm a gnome.
I mean,
To be fair, I'm not entirely sure Emmerich was also actually a man. We never quite got to the bottom of that before he.
That's a pretty good point, actually. He looked a bit
What
weird.
was Emmerich?
We don't really
Green.
know.
Oh,
He
well.
was green,
Flashback to
but he was
He's a
green.
green man.
Tortoise.
and I remember definitely a green orcish tiger.
I
He's
think of him just being
part
like kind of ambiguously green, just like a
Yeah.
green dude who's just like
And
green.
part of you goes, oh well, we'll never know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You'll never know.
To the skies!
On you go, Raven.
Riven, I think you're fine.
No,
This isn't
shut
like
up.
contraction.
Mate, it's not worth it. He doesn't listen. Save yourself a lot of hassle. Just say yes, all right?
Well, I'm happy to serve you Smash in as much as taking you to Raven Rock.
No.
I don't
He
know how-
didn't say that. He didn't say that. Don't say anything like that.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Just
There we go, Avon. Good job. So
Oh
I presume
my
we're sharing
God.
this one as well. He's your manservant, is he? And we can share him again.
I mean, I feel that arrangement worked quite splendidly last time.
Raven is not a
Fucking
servant.
hell, Riven.
Jolly
Raven
good.
is
Let no more be said on the matter. Off we go.
Listen,
Okay.
Riven. Do you smoke
I think you'll
pipe
find I
weed?
won't listen to your commands.
Yes, very well.
No one else smoking a pipe weed? I'm having a pipe weed. Just notices he sparks one up and hops into his seat, popping his pipe merrily into his mouth with a merry pop. Weirdly makes the noise going in somehow, like a stopper in a bottle. Boom.
Rash also gets into a seat but does not have any pipe.
What does this gyrocopter look like, by the way?
Oh,
Have you
Piece of
Do you
junk.
have any image?
my dude.
Has anyone got a picture?
hang on,
I think we
got
have
a
it
picture
in.
somewhere.
I've got a
Just
picture
where-
on my notes
I
somewhere.
shared it.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
one in my notes somewhere as well.
Hold on, Guy. If you go in,
Oh.
should we put it in general? Just put it in general for you.
Nice.
I think it's coming in. There you go. Yeah, it works. Yeah. There it is.
Oh, nice, damn.
Weirdly, even though there were only a party of 6, there are 12 other dudes with beards just sat there as well.
Yeah, we don't mention them very often.
Yeah.
The other guys sat on the
We
seats.
call them
Sorry,
the
man.
Watchers. We don't know what they do. They don't seem to eat or breathe.
Or pedal very hard.
They just watch.
So Riven looks at the contraption. How does it work? How do we move?
Ah!
Ah.
It's
Wait, hold on.
Maybe I shouldn't ask this question and I should just sit down.
Who was flying the thing last time?
Well, we all were, technically.
Yeah, I suppose. But who was doing the up, down, side to side thing? I guess we were
Oh,
all doing
I
the
was-
up, down.
Yeah. Just get in, pedal. Is that how it works?
Hold on. There's this thing at the front here, which I'm going to call the collective. It's a new word I've just invented. I think that changes the angle of the rotors when you move it back and forwards like this. And then we have this thing which adjusts the pitch, which is a new word I've also just invented. It's all from cobbling terms, you see. We use these terms in making shoes, and I've just taken those terms and I've put them into this gyrocopter thing. And that other lever makes it go sort of lean forward, lean back, lean sideways, and lean the other side. Right and left, they're traditionally called. But in Gnomish, it's side and other side.
So you're our pilot then?
Just get in the pedal. That's what I did last time, and it worked absolutely fine.
I suppose I can be the pilot, yes. Although my legs are quite short and I can't quite pedal, but I could do the other sticks at least.
He assumes position, his ass on his seat, and his arms on pedals ready to go.
Alright, everyone. On my mark then, if I'm flying? Says Nubs with a question in his voice.
Good music choice, by the way.
Very nice music.
Can someone point me in the direction of where we're going? What's the name of it again? I've forgotten. Raven Rock, right?
Raven Rock, Nubs. Fly
We're going
north,
to his
follow the
rock.
river.
Okay.
Normally we
That's
would
it.
walk this treacherous route up the river. This contraption.
This thing is whisper quiet, at least, apart from all the grunting of the burly men inside.
The Watchers.
And the Watchers, yeah, watch out for them. All right, on my mark. 3, 2, 1, pedal.
Yeah! I buff everybody's pedaling power with my aura from it. So imagine everybody's legs just go in overdrive.
Wow.
Nubs, with the gentlest
As
touch of
the-
a cobbler's hands, adjusts the flight controls so that pitch and everything is balanced as they take off, hopefully vertically.
As the gyrocopter begins to spring into life,
Just
as,
now, John.
as you've all found your seats, it slowly rises into the air. The whirring blades of your gyrocopter churn the icy air as you're building height. And as you fly higher, you begin to look at the over-amazing expanse of endless tundra of the Icewind Dale. This cockpit around you vibrates with mechanical life, and bitter cold keeps in. The towering peaks of the spine of the world rise far off in the northern distance, sharp and foreboding. And ahead of you, amongst these hills, somewhere lies Raven Rock. Jagged, barely visible through a haze of snow, icy wind bites at your skin, and the air is thin. Even with this mechanical craft to transport you, this journey will test your resolve. Yourselves, for the skies are as treacherous as the tundra. We're going to move into a skill challenge.
Ooh.
The outcome is based on your rolls. For each of the 4 challenges, we're going to move 3
You're
of you
breaking up a bit for me. That's
A little.
Yeah, it's me as well.
get
That's a tad.
Not too bad.
Carry on, it's fine, yeah.
Carry on.
and okay, I'll try and move on to Discord on my phone maybe in a second.
You tried turning your video off, maybe, Andy, and just receive ours.
No, it's nothing to do with it. I've tried it so many times and it just doesn't make any difference. I think it's just the computer itself just spamming out. So we'll move into a skill challenge or challenges. For each of these challenges, 3 of you get to make your primary saves. Others may support you in action, but you must pick which 3 of you are to lead on each of those challenges. You can make them out of any skills that you've got available to you, and the successes and the failures will be as we go through to determine the outcome of the challenge. Will make sense?
So we pick 3 at the
Yes.
start, is that right? Or 3 for each challenge?
Again, sorry.
Do we pick 3 people at the start for all the challenges, or do we pick 3 people for each challenge?
Per challenge, I think.
Per challenge.
Okay.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah, you get to choose 3 people based on each challenge, and I would say that not the one person can only go twice out of the 4 challenges.
You're kind of like Crystal Maze.
Yeah, I do that.
Sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For someone, stag do.
All right, I'm gonna move on to Discord on my phone. Give me 2 seconds.
Would this be a good place to take a piss?
Yeah, take a quick pic.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It was only called Cherry Cask.
Cherry or sherry?
Sherry.
Yeah,
SH
that's all.
Sherry.
Sherry. Oh yeah, I can find the standard for like £37, but like sherry cask is 60 quid. Oof. See, so I'm going to spend 60 quid, and I'm probably going to get just a Lagavulin 16 year because it's just great.
It's great if you can get it on that price, yeah.
What
I've got myself some Finnish limited edition single cast wing. It was that was £75, I think. Try to see what it was. Oh, yeah,
I know.
China.
Okay.
And after 3,
3,
2, 1,
2, 1. China.
China.
Oh, that seems pretty good.
That's good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, let's get the fuck into this then, boys.
The Lords of the Mesh would be.
Does everyone understand? The rules of the skill challenge?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd
3
say so.
people are the primary skill holders. The rest of you can support on those skills.
And I guess we decide who in game. No metagaming.
Yeah, if we can RP this as much as possible, then good. Okay. As the gyrocopter ascends. In fact, shall I read out the kind of intro to this again, just to get you all back in the mindset?
Oh yeah.
Pretty help me. As well. As the gyrocopter springs into life and you'll find your seats, it slowly rises into the air. The whirling blades of the gyrocopter churn the icy air, ascending above the endless tundra of the Icewind Dale. The cockpit vibrates with mechanical life, and the bitter cold seeps in through every gap of the craft's frame. The towering peaks of the spine of the world rise far off in the distance, sharp and foreboding. And my notes have gone. I'm sorry.
No.
Ahead of you, among the hills, somewhere's Raven Rock. But looking out into the jagged silhouettes, barely visible through the haze of the snow, the icy wind bites at your skin, and the air itself is thin. Even with a mechanical craft to transport you, this journey will test your resolve, and you must brace yourselves, as the skies are surely as treacherous as the tundra below. So, imagine yourselves in a rickety gyrocopter as you begin to fly off through into the sky. At the cockpit, navigating is Nubs. The rest of you, think of yourselves as in like a swan pedalo powering this beast through the vicious skies, and we plow through. As you ascend, the wind begins to grow fierce and erratic. Powerful gusts begin to batter against the gyrocopter, throwing it off balance. The controls become harder to manage as the craft shudders under the relentless assault of frigid air. This, after all, was just merely a scouting vehicle. Maybe it's not up to this full test, but the wind is truly testing the gyrocopter's stability. How do you compensate for the turbulence and keep the craft steady?
Help someone steady this thing. I'm being very
okay. If it's turbulent air, we're going to either try and go above or below it, I reckon.
You think to go above or below it, Nubs?
Yeah.
You think to go above or below it, Nubs?
So, pedal harder? What?
Yeah, pedal harder. Get a bit more altitude.
Yes. I'm going to start pedaling as hard as he can. As hard as he can.
Medica's trying to match.
Maybe we can use Medica, Unga, and whoever's strong as well.
I myself am excellent at pedaling.
Medica is
Alright.
Medica is trying to emulate Anga as hard as he can.
Yeah, I'm very strong as well. Shamash, protect.
Well, Shamash will take effort. So for this role, should we take Medica, Unga, and Abot?
Yes, we should, Nubs. I mean,
What is this role you talk of?
I'm sorry, I'm talking out of character.
What are you rolling?
I'm talking out of character.
is he okay?
Okay. I'm alright now.
Very strange.
Medica,
He's having a
Unger, and Abard, you pedal extra
schizophrenic
hard.
moment.
His
Hello,
head just
Dub.
lolling back in his seat, just for a moment, starts talking in this strange voice, and in third person.
He wakes up again, his eyes
Right.
whiting over as they do so. Yeah.
Strength check.
I'm
Save.
thinking that's the way to go.
Or
So you
Help
can
us,
pick
yeah.
3 primary skills. So in this example, and so Unger can be the strength. You can then pick 2 other skills that each of the other primary contributors will in this challenge will roll. So you can pick 3 skills. You can't pick 3 of the same. So for example, Unger can have one other person support him in that action. Sorry if that wasn't clear.
Okay.
So Unger can choose to roll strength, and one person can support him, and then the others can also be supported through those other primary skills. I'm also aware we've got 7, so someone can have 2 people supporting them in their skill. The DCs sit at 19, so they are tricky. Hence why you need the action, the added action. This DC changes based on how you are doing within the challenge.
All right. So in that case, if Anga is going for raw strength, I'm just trying to hold up. So I'm using Constitution. Then.
You have to. So if you're supporting Unger, you have to contribute to his same skill.
Yeah. But I was thinking I'm like one of the main.
Why don't you support Unger?
Well, okay. Yeah, let's go. Wait.
Let's go.
Who's coming through twice?
I think it's Andy.
it's Andy's.
Andy.
Here also.
Yeah, your
Really?
microphone is
Yeah.
like circulating our voices back.
Circulating.
Has it only just started that?
Relatively recently.
Change.
It's been like 5 minutes, I say.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was trying to work out if I had one of my settings.
Into like Kimmy's voice, especially.
And the nasal voice.
How
And we're doing
Actually, not that.
doing that?
abilities to this rather than skills, just to clarify.
What's the question, Sam?
Are we doing ability checks or skill checks?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
It's abilities.
Looks to be abilities.
You probably
Okay, cool.
do either,
So strength.
I guess.
It's in the same vein.
Yeah,
isn't it?
whatever. Like,
I think for pedaling you could do strength, but also for like supporting
Athletics,
pedaling.
maybe you
Something like
Yeah,
that.
athletic, yeah.
basically, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Get some peerless athlete on the go, perhaps.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Problem.
I was wondering if he had like speakers attached as well.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, that was my thought.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
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 Oh yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Shocker.
No, don't worry, dude.
Yeah, yourselves now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, seems like.
Yeah, it,
Oh no,
No.
can we?
I
No,
know.
I don't think
We can't.
we
Sorry, can't hear it. Lucy.
Yeah,
Sorry, can you-
yeah, we can.
It's good.
Yeah.
it is laggy, but it doesn't circulate.
Quite quiet.
Yeah, that's cool.
Only thinking.
I've turned you up slightly.
Yeah, I've got you on at 200%.
Ooh, I've got you on 157%.
No.
Very specific.
Oh, actually, I have his
Yeah, my
107.
CPU's bright now, so I think it's my sound card which is causing the lag. Oh, kill me. I understand
That's
why
all right,
the
man.
headset would be feeding back.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Joe, you were having that problem for a while, weren't you, Joe?
Yeah, it was. It was the sound card that was doing it. So I added an
Yeah.
external sound card, and I went in just basically with a straight old mini jack into my laptop, and it fixed it.
That's what I just did to stop using the sound card.
Yeah.
Are you hearing yourself now?
Let's try.
Hello.
It's just doing,
Testing.
Maybe just one
A little bit.
a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, we do.
Oh yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah, on that headset it is.
It might be your Discord mic setting.
Yeah, if you put like a threshold on the mic, it probably wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I can't remember why one was doing that. It was the weirdest shit because like, was no way it was the speakers.
Yeah, I reckon if you go to settings and voice, but you could put your input sensitivity up a little bit, further to the right. It'll pick up less of our voices, maybe.
How about that?
Say something, Kimmy. He seems to like your voice.
My voice is the best voice in the whole world.
No, you're all good.
And we're
Perfect. I can hear that again.
That's
That
all
was
good.
perfect.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's hope my CPU starts to. I hope I'm glitching less now, at least.
You seem fine.
Yeah.
I know.
It's louder.
Okay. Okay. Right. Apologies. Sorry.
No problem.
No, they were actually. Right, so we've got Uncle
Right.
leading, right? With strength pedal.
Yeah.
And who's
Who's supporting Unger in strength?
Medica.
America.
And then Abard will use his charismatic skills to persuade Medica that he's much weaker than Unger and should speed up and sort of neg him into being more efficient.
Motivating
Smash
heart.
will support Abard.
Whoa.
Smash will support Abard by agreeing with him. Oh yes, he's much stronger, isn't he? Yes, Medica's a really poor peddler.
You been on the port again, Smash? This comes from the back. You know, hard time getting that sentence out.
Just steering the airship like off into the distance.
It's hanging off the side, and that's the reason why we're kind of listening to one. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Bob, what skill are you using? Sorry.
Charisma, because it's you can use 2 of one skill and then another to support, right?
No. So, Unger's using strength. He's being supported by Medica with another strength
Using
check.
strength.
But that's
Smash is supporting Abard with Smash's charisma.
But Shamash should be making Abard should be making his own check potentially.
He
But
is,
maybe
yeah.
that's that's fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
can support him.
shouldn't be using anything strength based.
No, you're doing your own check, and even if it is affecting them, it's you're getting supported by someone else, as it were, right?
Yeah, so we're good.
Correct.
Okay, and we need one more check.
Okay, so
Nubs
Riven,
will. Oh yeah, sorry. Please,
go
Riven.
on.
Please, no, carry on, Riven. For goodness sakes, Riven, says Nubs. We need to do this quickly.
Yeah, imagine yourselves in this just like shattering like gyrocopter. You're being tossed from left to right. It's an intense ride.
Riven shakily stands up and he grabs onto 2 of the longitudinal struts, and he yells over his shoulder. He's like, "Brace with me!" And he's using dexterity to brace and stabilize the gyrocopter.
Nice.
Is anyone going to support Riven?
I think it's only you or Finnan can support
I'm flying the fucking thing.
Villain's dexterous at 15.
What does that mean? Villain?
I'm 15 years old. Halfling.
I can.
Unger looking up, his face red now and starting to get prickly bits of sweat. Halfman, help him! He's pedaling furiously.
Well, no, don't worry. Nubs can be dexterous on the controls and also help to like fight against the by adjusting for each of the every bump's coming in, he's going to adjust and support.
Kurihiko was going to help support.
Should I roll now?
I was going to say, I actually forgot about Kurihi, so we could do this and that you could do 4 skill checks and it will have 1 support for each.
So I'll support Riven then.
So skill checks.
Okay, so Nubs is supporting Riven, not Finnan.
Yeah. I think, or
because
Finnan, do you want
What are you
to?
doing?
Nubs is flying, so Finnan can support.
I mean, Kurihi can support Nubs.
Yeah, I was about to say Kurihi can support Nubs.
Okay, Nubs will also do.
It's the collective.
pilots.
Okay,
Kurihi grabs Nubs' arms.
Nubs will use his intelligence to think about the best way to fly this helicopter.
Oh God.
Yeah, love it.
So,
Well,
Yeah,
I won't need the support. It's all right because I think
he has to support you in some way, but yes.
give it a shoulder.
will help. Fucking
Okay, I would need everyone's rolls. I haven't seen any come through in roll 20, so please make your rolls.
All right.
Oh, the strength boys.
We are peddling.
Yeah.
You're clever.
Riven, what are we? How are we doing? Okay.
Dexterity.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Be dexterous.
Yes.
That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad.
And he enlarges his forehead.
A 0.
Does he have to use intelligence? Could be worse.
He punched his head.
He's massaging away, and his whole scalp just sort of around.
Do you have to support using the same kind of roll?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I tried to walk.
All right. That's fair enough. It's not the best roll Kurihiko could do.
We have Unga and Medica have succeeded 1. Riven and Finnan have also succeeded. So as you feel the craft starts to pick up with the speed pushed by Unga and Medica, 2 men plowing it on the pedals. And you see Riven and Finnan start to really brace the frame, with enhancing its structural mobility as it starts to just tear through the storm cloud. As unfortunately Nubs and Kurihi are unable to navigate left, right, nor near, under or below, and plow directly through the main gust of wind. As you all feel this impact, and I would ask you all to make me a Constitution save as you kind of hold yourself in your chair, or against whatever apparatus you've got.
Everyone gets a +3 on their con save.
Hey.
Not gonna help.
I got 15. It's all right.
You have to get
gonna help.
15.
Oh,
Man, we lost Medica. We lost Medica.
The lactic acid!
Just like through a cloud, and we just see him disappear through a cloud, and that's the last we see of him.
Bye, Kevin.
My thighs are burning.
Lucky it's just a save on the damage he takes, and the intense cramp. You hear a gut-wrenching scream as you look over and see Medica's leg so cramped in like a frozen state. He's kind of started to lie back and pushing into this cramp as he starts to roll around. Everyone who rolled lower than a 16, I would ask you to take 15 bludgeoning damage, or whatever damage it is, as you are rattled into the frame, or take physical damage in general as the gyrocopter starts to kind of swirl sideways. And as you all flung into the frame. Sorry, Unger, I think you had something to add.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think the damage Medica suffered was as he cramped, his feet slipped off the pedals, and the pedals just kept hitting his shin over and over again.
Oh, my shit. Oh my god, he's going to have some really nasty bruises tomorrow.
It really does.
Amazing. So challenge 1, we round down in D&D. You have failed. With 2 successes and 2 failures, we round down. So as we enter into round 2, ahead, as the ship starts to kind of slowly steady itself, and as you pull yourselves out, as you're starting to just kind of find some sense of stability back in this cockpit, looking around at each other, Medica's like rubbing his hammies as he tries to get the tight grip out of his hamstring. Ahead of you, you look onwards as you start to see dark clouds coalesce. You see this shade of ice start to form. In any normal climate, this would be a rain cloud. But as you start to feel, or I guess you would probably hear it against the frame of the gyrocopter, and of those of you who wear metal armor, you start to hear the metal pinging of hail starting to hit against your armor and the frame of the gyrocopter. What starts as a small ping starts to enter into a deeper thud. And Abard, as I imagine you looking out into this storm, you see a hailstone the size of a golf ball just start to veer directly towards you, which you are quickly able to potentially dodge, given the dexterity check I would ask for you to take.
Uh, 15.
You're able to dodge, and as you look out into the storm, you suddenly realise what you're about to fly into next. Judging by the size of hailstones, your craft's durability is about to be tested. Navigation will be key, or potentially how you protect this vehicle from further damage of the checks you make as you move through into this peltering hailstorm.
So Shmash, seeing this hailstorm approaching, sees the ice almost miss. Well, no, it does miss Abard, doesn't it? Almost hit Abard. And decides to use his investigation skills to see if there is any way of covering the kind of devices, you know, the main devices, the kind of bits that go round, the wiggly bits, etc., from the hailstorm, because obviously it's going to hit them anyway. But he needs to find out how he can find a way to block the main, you know, mechanical parts getting hit, because if they get hit, then the whole thing's going down.
Okay. Investigation.
Yes.
Who will support
Shmash in this endeavour?
Can.
Yes.
Or should I use? Sorry, should I have used a? I was using a skill this time. Is that okay or not?
Should we be doing skill?
Yeah, this is a skill challenge. Skills.
No, it's not skill, is it?
Yeah, it's a skill, yeah.
Skill,
Investigation.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, it doesn't matter either way. Ability
Okay,
is more
cool.
specific, and therefore I will give you better grounds for using it.
Cool.
Can I use any spells?
You can use an ability. Well, I can't see how well you might be able to use magic as instances.
I do have as a worshipper of Stormlord. I have some aces up my sleeve. I was thinking
If
about
you'd like to lead with an Arcana.
no, because that is horrible skill for me. So I'll go for religion. I will pray for the Stormlord.
Okay.
Grant us safe
Okay.
passage,
Medica's...
my lord. Rah.
Okay. So we've got primary skills of investigation and religion. Who is up for our third primary skill?
Abard will, seeing Medica presumably having taken a bash to the knees, and then presumably take a prayer, so it's going to stop pedaling. Abard's going to start trying to pedal as hard as he can do in athletics.
So, Finnan, you said you're going to support the investigation. Oh, sorry, Unger.
Unger sees Abard knowing what he knows best, and he's going to support him in his athletic ability to pedal.
So, I guess I have to do a religion check, or I have to get religious right now. So Nubs just starts muttering a prayer under his breath. Please, please, Lord of all names, let us survive this journey into the ice storm.
Kurahi comes like...
Kurahi's gonna grab Nubs' hand.
No, I'm supporting Medica. You don't need to do anything.
Wait, do we not have a...
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We do. What's
We
Riven
get a
do?
fourth. Sorry, I got the numbers wrong. We get a fourth.
Okay, cool.
Riven unlucky, mate.
So Finnan, Riven, or Kurahi are able to pick primary abilities.
Finnan's supporting this... Ash?
I guess it's
Okay.
Kurahi then.
Well,
Kurahi.
Or
Riven gets it.
Riven.
or the human who's also here.
Riven, I would make a choice right now if I were you. And make it a good one.
So, Riven's going to explore the surroundings, look at the massive ice and hailstorm that's wildly approaching us. He's seeing Shmash and Finnan, was it? Curry, looking to how to protect the mechanicals of the gyrocopter, and Riven's going to look to do a similar thing to check for the structural integrity of the gyrocopter, but by using survival skills.
Ah.
Oh, luckily Curry's great at that.
Okay.
Better than his intelligence, fucking hell.
I suppose it's better than nothing.
Okay.
Well, my religion ain't great.
Okay,
but,
we've
you know.
got Shamash and Finnan on investigation. We have Medica and Nubs on religion, Abard and Unger on athletics, and Riven and Curryhill on survival. Please make your rolls.
Can I make a request, friendly
Roll
game?
in pairs.
Yeah, I want to see him in pairs too. Yeah, so it's just saying.
Okay.
I'll roll.
Sure. Okay, there's
Okay, that's yeah. Okay, so it's just going. It's just going wherever we want
if we're
to
going to do in
do.
pairs, we have to say who the pairs are.
Yeah, people just started
So
rolling.
let's
Okay,
start
roll
with
in
let's
pairs.
start with Shamash and
Abard
Finnan.
rolled first, so I thought I'd support.
Right, okay, I'll go now.
Let's do it in the order in which they were shouted.
18,
Finnan's rolled an 11. We've got an 18 from Shamash.
Oh, damn.
Okay, we need then Medica and Nubs on our religion, please.
Medica, you go first.
Oh, bro.
Oh Lord, I better pray better than that.
Sam, can I just double check? Does your +3 count on what?
So he saves.
Shit.
Oh,
Or
It's okay. I would have needed to roll like a 30 or something to get us up there anyway. We wouldn't never be able to do it. It was already cooked. So the average has to be 19.
wait,
So
how
basically
is
both
your
have to roll
religion
against us.
better than mine?
Because I behave myself. I'm not a piece of shit. I pay my taxes. I clip the grass. I help people out. It's what the Gnome Lord Jeebus would have done.
Jeepers.
Jeebus.
Well, that's fun. Anyway, keep praying. Not getting out of here anytime soon.
Jeebus. Okay, so now we need.
Unger and Abards. They've already rolled, haven't they?
Rolled. I think we need Riven now and our good friend
Riven and Kurihi.
Doing the survival checks.
I don't know what survival rolls off. Is that wisdom?
Wisdom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Oh,
Oh, great.
That
He
actually is
may
a
be
19.
dumb, but he is wise.
What? Doesn't make any sense. So,
11,
20,
Whole
30.
party is dead.
plus.
That's one success, right?
That's one, isn't it? Yeah.
That was just one. Yeah.
Just one, I'm afraid. Athletics was close, but no cigar.
Okay. Let's take quick 5 minutes. I need a piss, and we'll pick back up in a second.
Cool. Piss break.
Amazing.
Oh no, wait, sorry, no, it was 2 successes, by the way.
What show?
We had 2 successes, actually.
No.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to add up all the passes and
wait, no, it
failures.
wasn't.
I'm not going to do it based on round by round.
No, sorry, I miscalculated that dexterity. It confused me. It's an athletics, so it doesn't. No, never mind.
There's no way of even dodging the sheer amount of hailstones that are flying through the air towards you. It is just a means of random chance whether they hit you or not. So yes, everyone please roll me a dexterity save. Everyone that rolls under a 16, please a 15 bludgeoning damage. If you make the save, you take half.
I should have led that. How much damage do I take? So,
15.
yeah.
15.
Yeah, but I should have just led with that because I know I won't make that save. Like, and
Actually,
Actually, there's a string of evasion.
I'm imagining just this like storm of hailstones just all hitting everyone in the front, and then Unger and Abard at the back, just like being shielded by everyone else's bodies.
yeah, but I was on my knees in the front, just praying and.
Yeah. Nubs is
With Shamash in front of you, Medica, the Ring of Evasion means that all of the hailstones, all the hailstones pass around Shamash's form and directly smash into your body. As we move into the third challenge, as the wind starts to shift you out of this small hailstorm, carrying with it a bone-chilling, plummeting cold. If it couldn't get any colder up in the sky, it has. But it feels unnatural, and as if the mountains themselves are drawing breath. Through the howling gale, you hear a deep, guttural, foul voice echoing across the peaks. And for those among you who speak it, you recognize the language of giant. The words are harsh and bitter, reverberating through the air like crack thunder, and a storm surges in response. A wind swirling violently, laced with shards of biting ice and magical weight, threatens to pull your gyrocopter from the sky. Though you cannot see its source, a voice of a giant echoes through the mountains. The air grows thick with magical frost, and the gyrocopter's frame begins to under the strain. How do you resist this spell and keep moving forward? Primary rolls, please.
Can I try and heal myself during, or is that not allowed? Xura! I'm just screaming Xura.
Yeah. I'll allow one action in this challenge in between rounds.
Okay, Xura.
Anyone wants
Sure,
to
crap.
street combat?
Okay, I heal myself
know
for
that's
20.
not a skill check.
Yeah, but we've got to stick to ability checks on this.
Yeah,
If you want to use it, then you can look to use Honor as an ability check and then explain how you're using it.
Perception.
I'll also, if the spell somehow leans into an ability by the nature of it, then I'll allow you to do that. But it needs to be the ability check to do so.
Okay.
Almonds,
My
perhaps?
perception to work out the exact direction it's coming from, so I can just loud as possible, so we can't hear.
Yeah.
Can't hear the spell on the foul air.
Yeah,
Riven's
love
going
it.
to-
Yeah. Finn.
Like,
Riven's going to support
I'm just wondering, Nub's doing second level cure wounds with 4 dice rolls. That's impossible.
Perception.
No, like
48 plus 2.
48 because my second level cure wounds give 2d8.
Should probably level up, mate.
That's you.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll send you a screenshot if you
We'll
want.
tackle that later. We'll get it that later.
Like, look at it.
We the sticks and Tusker hands ability checks.
Itto.
Hitto.
So Riven, sorry, will support Finnan, was it? Riven understands a little bit of giant, so he hears the direction it's coming from as well, and with Finnan supports trying to understand if the source of the giants can help us get through this.
Got it. Well done to whoever put this on. This is great. Right, next primary roll, please.
Okay. Oh, please, Abot, please.
No, after you now.
Okay. Nubs is going to try and use his stealth to avoid being seen by the spell, so the spell just doesn't even know where it's going. You know what I mean? So Nubs is going to try and
support that as well by.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry.
so now, by kind of like navigating the craft somewhat through the clouds, maybe.
Exactly. Using the crowds, the terrain, we're going to do terrain masking. The terrain will confuse his targeting system. Right, we've got to go low.
Okay, yeah, can't. Yeah, it stops him getting him out. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. And
Love it. Okay, we got Shamash
Also-
supporting.
Shamash is going to support by casting a major illusion around it as well. So he's
very nice.
he's rolling stealth, but he's using his illusion spell to kind of make it seem that the gyrocopter blends into the snowy landscape.
Perfect.
Love it. Okay, we've then got 2 more primary roles for people to choose how they would like to do that.
Abard, with pedaling at the back, realizes his legs are getting a bit tired, and so he does the only thing that can possibly work in this situation, the only possible response, which is he instead flips up and starts to try and do a handstand and instead pedal with his hands, which in extreme wind is probably bold, but as he does so, he channels his divinity to use Peerless Athlete, which means he can do that at advantage.
The music was timed perfectly then.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Sorry, mate. You
What
cut him out,
was the ability?
Acrobatics. Sorry, do you want ability or skill?
Both are alright.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
Both are all good.
This place is fine, don't worry.
Unger seeing this
Who supports Abard in this?
will support him and one-up him. He's going to attempt to do a one-arm handstand while pedaling the gyrocopter.
Just pedaling with one hand. One hand's on the floor and one hand's pedaling. Is that right?
No, one hand is like tucked behind his back, and the other is just he's just literally just one-arm handstand pedaling.
Why
Amazing.
now, Unger? Death is upon us. It's true.
Guy, welcome to the low profiles. This is exactly how we roll.
You mean the pro to violence?
Unger's face is complete and utter like game face. He's serious with this. He's not messing around.
You might even be mewing at the same time. Tongue firmly pressed against his upper palate.
Okay. So we've got one more primary skill.
We sure do.
I have really good primary skill, but it's not an official one. Medica is starting to become angry because everything is going to shit, and He doesn't know what to do. So I'll roll anger.
Okay.
His
We'll
strength
say-
based.
I would say anger's technically charisma based, surely. But okay. or does that actually roll off your strength?
It does roll off my strength, but I can switch it to charisma.
No. We'll say in this instance that that's fine. Cool. Who supports? Oh, it's Korahi. Korahi has to support you in this.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Korahi mirrors anger.
Yeah. Okay.
What
Great.
does anger off of? Sorry.
Strength, apparently.
For me,
Okay,
it
yeah,
was
that's
strength.
fine. Yeah,
Strength.
strength's good. Strength's good. That's fine.
So it's-
Thank you.
Okay. Finnan and Riven, please roll me your perception check.
Ah.
Hooray!
Finn first puts his hands to his ears to like help cup the sound like a radar.
Nice. As you both lock into this, so remind me, you're trying to centralize on. No, you're trying to use your necro screech to be able to distract the spell. Is that right?
Yeah, or like trying to. Yeah, we can't hear it properly if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you. So 21. 14. Okay. The screech echoes out into the tundra. And you're not sure if it's caused enough disruption. We move to Nubs and Shamash on stealth.
Alright. Nubs is going to use his inspiration for the stealth check, which he got last time when he was interrogating our dear friend Shamash.
I think it's for telling the little boy about life, death, and robots.
Oh, right, yeah, the moment actually.
Yeah.
Via goats.
Yeah,
Okay,
life
26.
Shamash at the same time puts his hands up in the air and tries to envelop the whole Gyrocopter in a sort of snowy, icy thing to hide from the spell. It works. It does not work.
Oh, no. That's 10.5 average.
Instead, he makes it bright. He makes the thing just bright.
The same
glaring
effect we were
light
doing.
coming from it. Yeah,
village.
same effect using the village, exactly that. Like his thaumaturgy has come on, and suddenly he's shouting very loudly, and there is light flashing and sparks coming from it. You could not pick a more perfect target.
He's talking
a
shit
spell.
about giants. In his
Fucking giants, fucking shit.
Fucking giant piece of shit, giant pieces of shit. Okay, good. Very nice.
As your gyrocopter, you see its illumination like batter off the snow around you, and you see yourself as this beacon lit up within the areas that are trying to then be navigated. Abon Ungabungson, please roll me your acrobatics as you start to continue to power through using alternative energy source.
13 for me.
Unger executes a perfect one-arm handstand. The balance is
13.
immaculate.
And a 25.
Wow.
Oh, just. Medica and Korahi, as you look at Abard and Ungabungson using their hands and their finesse skill to continue powering the gyrocopter as everyone else is tending to different things around the gyrocopter, please roll me your strength. Medica, I think you've already rolled, haven't you? 23.
Yeah, Medica rolled a 23, yeah.
Oh, really
Medica-
raging.
As Medica shouts out.
The perfect one-armed handstand. I think he should try to me. And gets angry at this.
Oh!
What an angry man.
That's 22 average. Very nice.
To beat his chest as well.
His brow just follows, just going. Like, sort of like arches his arm.
Oh, I wasted my inspiration on that.
Sorry, man.
It's alright, don't worry about it.
If it's any conversation, it would be wasted anyway.
Yeah,
As
I
the
suppose.
Gyrocopter starts to still continue to move through
It's 2 out of
this
4 then.
tremendous storm, you kind of like come out of the aura's effect. However, it still seems to follow you.
Don't know why.
It takes some time until you manage to push further beyond its reach, as you seem to pass. Behind you, a swirling dark cloud hangs like a monstrous spectre of elemental force. You know it won't take long to catch up to you, but you have at least escaped its reaches for now. But this clarity allows you to re-establish your surroundings, and clearly then, visible in front of you, you see a hill with steep sides, totems staggered in a circular pattern. The Gyrocopter groans under the strain of your journey. Frost coats its battered hull, and the propellers struggle to maintain speed as the icy wind tears at the craft. Sparks flicker from the damaged components rubbing against each other, and the balance of the gyroscope frame seems to be heavily off-kilter. Gyrocopter shudders violently. Without precise handling or quick repairs, this descent could turn disastrous, as you see the Spirit Mound only 300-400 feet away from you. The Gyrocopter is on his last legs, struggling against the storm and its own precarious, over-engineered state. A safe landing will require teamwork and precision. What do you do to stabilize the craft and ensure it survives its descent?
He's gonna man the pedals and like, but as much like have like extra like force for like Nubs' steering. So if we need like extra lift as we're coming into land to slow us down, he's there to give it an extra.
What's ability are you using for that?
I guess because he's going to be pedaling fast as fuck and powerfully.
Okay. Who do you have supporting?
Pedaling, you say?
Yeah.
Unger raises an eyebrow.
He like raised one eyebrow as well. Grabs onto the pedals. He like, just fucking go.
Both maintaining eye contact.
You're just staring at each other.
Smirks appearing on their faces.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try something now. I'm going to ask Kurihi and Unger to roll before we then move into the next.
Oh, that's
check,
fun.
just to see how we ramp it up.
Gosh, he's used all his strength up earlier.
Was the strength the 21 from before?
Yeah,
It
that's from
was.
his. That's when he was angry.
Okay. It's 17, yeah. For the rest of you, looking at Unger and Kurihi, now both starting to get tired, that is evident. You feel the gyroscope begin to lull through the air as it starts to coast on the thermals, or whatever thermals there are, or whatever push from the storm behind you there is left to push it forward. We're moving to the next primary skill challenge. Who's going to take it?
So I guess Shamash is a bit terrified of what's going on. And he doesn't understand what's going on. And so he is deciding that if he can't handle it, then the rest of the party can probably handle it. So he starts shouting at them in a very intimidating way and try to intimidating them into pedaling in a way that will solve the problem. He starts shouting, "Sort it! Sort it! We can do this! We're going to die if we don't fucking sort this!" And so he rolls intimidation.
He will support Shamash in his shouts. Doesn't have to be exactly supporting him.
Just start screaming.
Abard will sit in the seat opposite Kurohi and just stare at him dead in the eye and just start just being like, faster, faster, faster.
Okay, Shamash, Abard, roll me intimidation.
Ooh. 18.
18.
Ooh. Split. Not quite there, Abard. Stare harder, Abard! Stare harder!
Imagine as both of your voices crack and start to waver from the continuous shouting that has been happening over the journey. Your voices aren't enough to push your friends on. Next primary skill check, please.
So I think Riven
For remaining people.
Riven sees as we descend towards the tundra, bits of the gyrocopter flying off, leaving a trail like a comet behind us. And Riven's just like grabbing them, trying to put them back where they came from. So Riven's going to use sleight of hand to try and grab the broken pieces of the gyrocopter and put them back where they came from.
Nice.
And like Lego, they fit together perfectly, of course.
So Nubs, like a dad driving the car and putting his hand back between the seats, will try and help out as well, just with one hand, shuffling round. Oi, stop that! That sort of thing.
Catching bits and throwing them back to Riven.
Yeah, exactly. Catching bits and throwing them back to Riven, who will help out. Have you rolled already, Riven?
I haven't, no. Should we roll?
I think we're doing it that
Go
way.
for it.
Okay. Alright,
big.
so I need a fat roll for this. I don't think I can even technically win this, but we're going to go for it anyway. Oh, no.
Oh,
No.
You
Too
got
many
20
pieces coming off.
No.
Even if I got 24, it wouldn't be good enough. Yeah, exactly.
No. Actually, it'd just be a patch on it, it'd be double 19.
Yeah. Oh shit, it would actually. Yeah, I had to roll that 20 on that.
24 or
Never
nothing.
mind.
As
Yep.
as the pieces fly around you, you're unable to grab all of them as the gyrocopter underneath you and around you starts to break apart in mid-flight.
Oh
Good.
my god.
We move to
Jesus
our last
Christ.
skill check to finish this off.
Please.
The last skill check, Medica and Kurohi again.
I think so.
And Medica has done 2 primaries already, so it is Kurohi.
On Kurohi.
It's spinning.
Ah,
Ah. Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, you already did yours. Did you?
me?
He's
No?
gonna look for like the main parts apart.
No, I think it's Finnan, isn't it? Kurohi
It is
supported
spinning,
Unga.
it's spinning. He started as well.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's Medic and Finnan. Sorry, yeah.
He did the screaming.
Yeah, but we're in the previous round.
Ah,
Finnan,
okay.
Everyone's going now.
Ah, right. Okay. It's gonna use a survival check. You feel like, oh my god, as everything starts rattling in half. There's bolts flying everywhere. He's like just scans like, what the fuck can I grab onto? And like tries to find the most effective part to try and hold this beast together. Like he's gonna look for the most bit to hold on to.
Okay, amazing. Medica, Finnan, roll me survival check, please.
Oh god.
Hmm. Medica grabs Finnan by accident.
And they embrace.
I think
I've always
first
got a
Medica would
dog.
scream in his face.
Not like this.
We're gonna die! Yes.
Angry screaming.
That was their survival.
It feels for a moment that your stomachs drop for a moment as the gyrocopter lets out one final lurch. As you see below you, the mechanisms that attach to the pedals begin to just fall away, and their flimsiness just flies out into the air, and you start to feel the gyrocopter break apart at the seams, and you start to tumble towards the mound of snow below you.
Is the main rotor still intact? I want to ask.
By the time you'll reach the ground, none of this will be in.
So just the kind of whir of the rotor and the mechanism just goes silent for a second, and all you can hear is the wind.
Exactly. Yeah.
Weirdly, a calm moment. Quite calm.
Hauntingly calm.
Hauntingly
if you
calm.
want to make any final checks, this is now out of the skill challenge. As the
So I was going to say,
breaks away, if there's anything you want to do to try and bolster what is going to happen next, now's the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I go first quickly? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Nubs is going to try and take this thing down on what's called an auto-rotation trajectory. So he changes the collective so that what happens is the gyro blades themselves start acting like a giant parachute, essentially. So like they're overspinning, and the way he's forcing the air through them actually slows the aircraft's descent down. So it's like quite a steep angle, but he's going to bank up right at the end and just like use it as basically works like a parachute.
Before you describe your success, I need you to roll me what ability you're using to do this.
I feel like this has to be
high.
Yeah, I feel like this has to be. Oh boy. Can I just roll a pure dex for this one? It's like dexterity in my hand, to time it correctly.
We can say we can do saves for this if you describe
dex
it
save,
in the correct way. Yeah. Dexterity save.
All right, boys. 24.
That's enough.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
You get +3 on that as well, actually.
I'll tell you whether or not you succeed these or not, and then as we move through everyone's rolls, I'll allow you to describe to me what happens next to you, essentially.
Okay.
If there's damage involved, I'll tell you what damage is involved.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Nubs, let's move to Medica. What do you do as the gyrocopter begins to fall around you?
Well, basically, I am in a place where I might try to reach a pedal again, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll try to reach pedal and desperately try to pedal again.
Okay. The DC for this will be hard, as the gyrocopter is falling up around it, but what would you like to roll?
Very athletic. So, boys, palt.
Sorry?
Really?
I didn't hear that either. Just sorry, boys.
No,
May have
I
lost
think he was praying.
I think RL may have got him.
Oh,
Oh, he's back.
Hello. Hello, Kimmy. Speak words.
did I manage the roll?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You failed the DC. So
Oh.
you know. Abard.
Abard is going to try and judge the ground speed that we might be moving at, and he's going to begin to just try and jog on the spot to be going as fast as he can do, so that when he's planning that when we hit the ground, he's going to try and jump off the back and then hit the ground running as close to the speed we were traveling at as possible. So he's going to try and use his athletics to try and manage that.
Go for it.
I don't think he'll succeed. Roll a 14.
As you start jogging in midair, I'm pretty sure a thought passes through your mind of, my legs will be broken in moments. We move to Finnan.
Finnan is side effect. Jesus, it's like this is bad. Going to wild shape into the quest.
Oh my god.
And
the whole thing breaks apart immediately.
he dives out as he does it, so he like transforms into this huge dinosaur bird in the air. And I'm hoping I can sort of like fly and so Papa.
What are you rolling off? You can do off your spell, skill, whatever it might be.
Okay. Question: what that off? Wild shape's kind of like fun action type things. I guess survival. I'm like diving into no man's land. So if it goes wrong, I'd need to survive.
What's your spell save? Like linked to like. What's your spell ability? Am I saying it right?
Yeah, so wild shape's one of the like you get it as part of the like your picks in class, so it hasn't got like a specific. I use it a lot, so no roll.
Okay.
You could roll your spell save, I guess. That 20
wisdom,
plus whatever.
I think with druids, a bit spell casting ability is wisdom, though, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I would say a wisdom save.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
15 feels bold for yourself out of a partially good aircraft.
Get yourself out of the aircraft. And, well, I'll explain a little bit what happens. Unga Bungerson.
Unga Bungerson, the sound of air rushing past his ears, he's going to look around and he's going to see if he can get any seat belts. He's going to effectively try and strap himself down tightly to one of the seats. And he's going to reach into his bag. Something he hasn't reached into his bag for in a while. And he's going to pull out a small pouch with some fine powder in it.
Oh my god.
He's going to stick a finger in and rub it in his mouth. And he's going to take one of the 4 final shots of pixie dust that he has. Is it a D100?
It is. Yes.
I mean, he just passes out on the seat.
Whilst we're waiting, fun fact:
What?
Atlas is the largest flying animal of all time.
Oh my god.
Yay!
Big boy.
I have a music track I'd like to play for the crash, if that's okay. It's very short. It's only a few seconds long. It's about 20 seconds long. But if the party's okay with that, that'd be
Yeah,
nice. Just let me know when we're about to hit the deck.
Yeah. Unga, what did you roll?
2.
It'd be worse.
I just like
No.
passed out.
Get louder.
Instantly pass out. Go completely flaccid.
Which is actually the best thing when you're falling.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Have a
You
big
feel
temps.
a magical feeling. A feeling that you felt before.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you gain flying speed of 60 feet for 10 minutes.
Oh,
Unga opens his eyes and goes, ah! He's going to grip onto these seatbelts as tightly as he can.
Wow.
and attempt to haul this Gyrocopter just a little bit further up, or slow it down with this flying speed of his.
Imagining you in one shit, like, snap out of
Yeah,
it.
the bolts are kind of like.
Okay. I don't know what ability check that is.
I'm using a strength to hold onto the seat.
Yeah.
To hold myself into the seat belts.
What's your roll?
26.
Kurihi, please.
Kurihi is he's going to try and position at the bottom of the structure, because he's mainly mycelial based and somewhat spongy. He's thinking he can maybe impact.
Okay.
And I guess that's a dexterity, so it's to get nimble his way down.
Yeah. Okay. Kurihi starts to form human cushion. Riven, what do you do?
So Riven takes a moment to wonder how he got himself in this situation with this group he barely knows. But his natural instinct for survival means he quickly identifies the best way to maximize his chance of survival. So he takes a seat in the second row. He puts up the tray table in front of him, he puts his hand on it, and he bows his head slightly in a crazy position.
Praised.
Inspiration.
What save would you like to make for that?
Survival.
How are you survival? Okay, go for it.
Ooh.
Oh no.
That's the wrong position.
When he goes to rest his head, knocks himself out.
Yeah, Riven sits in the front seat, unbuckles his belt, and just starts tensing as hard as he can.
I would say that working as intended, as the flight groups has designed that to kill the passengers instead of surviving.
Oh, good, yeah.
Much quicker.
So you don't have to pay, reparations if they survive.
Makes the next instant
reparations.
I can't remember the word. You have to excuse me.
Compensation.
I like
compensation.
Compensation.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like reparation.
All in all,
They did it on purpose.
not the best array of roles.
I don't think Shamash has gone yet.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry, Shamash
he
hasn't
hasn't.
gone. Oh, it's the deal
hasn't.
breaker.
No.
Yeah. So Shamash, looking at his impending doom, is thinking, right, I'm going to misty step the F out of here. Like, these guys are on their own. But then he thinks,
God damn it.
he sees, he suddenly sees Unger snort a massive line of pixie dust. And then he just starts, doing his best to hold himself up. And he's like, oh, maybe is he trying to fly? Wait, I can fly. And Shamash uses his fly spell on himself and copies Unger exactly, trying to use all his skill of flying to soften the blow or lift up what remains of the very, very battered thing. So he casts fly on himself, and I guess because I'm a warlock, I use charisma, so I do a charisma save. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure. I'll allow it. Go for it.
I like the spellcast was finger eight, just into the middle of your own chest. Sort of
Where the bottle?
I choose
Where
me.
the propellers or the thing's broken or something?
What's that?
Sorry?
Where the propellers are broken?
They're holding on for now, but eventually they're gonna fall,
Okay.
I think, maybe.
Yeah, so you have to
Shamash
include
is-
my valiant efforts as well.
The ship itself, the gyrocopter begins to just tear apart
Oh,
However,
Andy, could I interrupt
Yeah.
and maybe play some music for this briefly? Is that all right?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. If you've got something else,
Cool.
then follow it as well.
So let's see. Do I just press skip and then it should play? You ready? Here we go, boys.
Yeah.
The fuck?
As
Might be play next, maybe,
Play next, maybe. Yeah.
and then skip.
Play
Play next,
Play
then
next?
plus your song, and then skip. I think.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
clear and then put your own.
Whoopsie. It's just slash
No,
play
there
next?
isn't. I don't think there is play next on this part, actually.
Hold on. Okay, stop. All right. Hold on. Sorry.
Some good
Here we
immersion.
go. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Couldn't find any song. No, it's not working. 1 second. If it doesn't work,
Oh no, Joe.
No,
it was working before.
Currently presses the radio on the gyrocopter skipping
Alright.
station because he can't get
Yeah,
what he
yeah.
likes.
Bluetooth.
The ground's coming. There we go. That's it.
As
That was
the
it. That was it.
gyrocopter starts to break off into different parts, you all try and grab on and do these different things to be able to prepare yourself. Riven ducks behind the seat. Abard frantically running in almost midair where his pedals were once. But as the arms of Ungar and Shamash flying start to pull yourselves upwards, the gyrocopter gains one more lease of life as you then start to almost glide through the air. And you see out in front of you, as the haze and the snow begins to dissipate, several menhirs all wrapped around this mound. And in the center, a huge pile of rubble. That is the view you get as you then start to realize that the gyrocopter itself is opening up even further. All the mechanisms, the cogs, the stems of this intricately engineered piece of machinery starts to silently, in the air, flow away and fly out from either side. There is not much left to hold, Ungar and Shamash, as you start to see your party members fall out of the gyrocopter itself. Abard's legs running and running. The two pieces that you hold on to are all that are left as the rest falls away. Luckily, you have built enough distance for this not to be a dead, certain, critical death as you fall. But the impact that you will see approaching you will be dire for those of you who have failed, at least. I would ask Medica, Abard, Finnan, Riven to roll me dexterity saves as you plummet into the drifts of snow on the edge of Raven Rock.
Perfect.
Gentlemen, it was good knowing you.
Is
That's free for
Finnan...
everyone.
Did Finnan make the
Oh.
Quetzalcoatl Atlas
Oh no, Riven.
wild shape?
Your save still wasn't enough, I'm afraid.
Okay. I
I
guess
would
you make
say
a
that
Quetzalcoatl Atlas and
during
he falls into the
during the fall,
I'm just
during the
flapping
fall,
around.
you weren't
like,
able to take your shape quick
Yeah.
enough before you smash into the snowdrift.
You're half
And I would
half
actually say
roughly half something else.
You're
Like
half
eh.
transformed as you smash into the snow itself.
You may in fact be stuck in that form forever.
So
Yeah, like
yes,
really
continue on.
small.
Okay, nice.
Some awful Cronenberg creature.
Is that
Yeah.
Curry as well, or is he on a separate?
No, Corey succeeded.
Sick.
Medica, Rhythm, Abard,
Wait, so I think,
Okay.
sorry to interrupt, I think Riven's got a indomitable trait, so I think he can
Ooh.
re-roll a saving throw.
Okay.
So I'm going to use that. So I'm in the brace position. I know this is the best position for survival. So I get to re-roll. I don't know how to add, but it's a +9 to whatever I roll. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, goodness.
23.
So 23. Holy shit. Okay. As Abard falls into the snow, and you just see various shapes, Unga and Shamash, as you kind of look down, you just see various shapes of your friends like smash into the snow. You see Abard just go legs first, plummet down into the snowdrift. You see him disappear. Finnan falls down in, half transformed into this dinosaur beast, but is on the surface level. And you see Medica the same just start to plummet towards the ground at an alarming speed as he crashes down and smashes against the rock on the side. Riven, however, maintains his brace position as he plummets through the sky in just his seated position.
In the brace position, like a cannonball.
And you also see him just disappear into a snowdrift at an angle where he seems to just shoot straight downwards into it. Everyone that failed, I would ask you to take 25 bludgeoning damage. For those of you who succeeded who beat a 20, you take half that.
So, 13?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, 13, right. Yeah.
Oh, so
I
that's
take half of that, just to check.
Yeah, you succeeded in that, so you take half.
so Ungranai also takes half as well,
13.
right? 13.
Yeah.
Or he succeeded in
Yes,
earlier,
just
does he
in
take
you
13?
take damage, however, in this stuff. You're
Oh,
not
cool.
just
Yeah,
hitting
yeah.
the ground. You could take it from stuff hitting you, whatever it might be.
Bits of the gyro flying up as it crunches into the
Yeah,
ground.
that makes sense.
Anyone seen the video of the guy jumping off a roof wearing wellies?
Yes. Oh my god.
I'm imagining that's how Abard
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
into the snowdrift.
Oh, I don't
I
know.
can't find it, but it's
I
such a
won't say
good
that.
video.
I can imagine it without seeing it.
I've got a reaction
Oh,
video.
It's even worse. It's horrible.
I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, shit.
Um,
In general or in chat? Sorry.
The chat. That's how Abard enters the snow.
how are we doing for time
Oh, that,
for people?
I'm good.
Oh, every time.
yeah. Oh, that looks
Well, I've
so
not
bad.
seen that
It's
in a while.
no better this time.
For our later time zone friends, how are we doing
Oh
for
my
time?
god.
I can stay on for another half hour or so if you want. But maybe Kimmy, of course, being another hour ahead of me. needs to-
Half hour is
Okay.
Half an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Take it to 10.
Cool.
Okay. Right.
So when you said Abard enters feet first, that's exactly what I imagined.
It's like
Ice
front.
is hard. It's not soft
He's found,
snow.
he's found
Yeah,
the only bit of compacted snow.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Take a moment as I just load some stuff up.
Oh, can I go free in that case?
Yeah, everyone go for a piss
Nice. Yeah, we'll do.
What
if
is that?
you require it.
Let's go.
Okie dokie. Right. Everyone good?
Yep,
Yeah.
I believe so.
Charlie, I just sent you something. Discord.
All right.
Okay.
Excuse me.
This stream is
Our
intense.
excuse.
Okay.
Thank you.
A tearing end to that tune. Okay. As you all come to and start to pull yourselves out of the snow, you find yourselves at the heart of a snow-covered plateau. Huge menhirs of stone rise like jagged teeth, their shapes hinting at something once grand. Rubble stands all around you, and you see 60 or so feet away from you a fractured head emerging from the drift. A raven, its beak chipped and its eyes hollowed by time. One intact wing still stretches skyward, its cast feathers stark against the snow, while the other lies scattered in shattered pieces across this plateau. The sight feels charged, as though the air itself is heavier here. Towering menhirs encircle the ruin, their surfaces etched with faint patterns that once may have been meaningful. The lines are faint now, worn by centuries of wind and frost. They stand like silent sentinels, their placement too precise to be random. Beneath the snow, the ground feels unnaturally flat, almost intentionally shaped as if this place was crafted rather than born. And at the base of the broken raven, a peculiar sight draws attention. Scattered remains of animal bones, old and brittle, streaked with frost. Nearby, rough timber posts lean precariously, their tops blackened as if scorched, now claimed by ice and decay. And all around you, a constant thrum of deep, resonant caws. Groups of ravens circle above the plateau, their dark shapes blotting out the pale sky. And they descend one by one, perching on the broken stones and leaning timber, their sharp eyes gleaming with intelligence, and their cries echo across the expanse, loud and mournful, as if they too sense something, this place's significance. What do you do?
So I think the first question I'll ask out of character is, are we all in the same place, or are we somewhat scattered over the side of this mountain plateau?
I'd imagine you're all scattered to a degree.
Okay.
Look, birds! Smash says in his snowdrift and points to the air.
Hunger's
Yes.
going to pull himself out the wreckage as quickly as he can and scramble towards the ruins.
Depending on the entrance, like get there, then hold his like big wingspan open, so we've got a bit of coverage on the way out, like temporary shelter.
Could see a huge bird.
A-Bird is walking up to join the rest of the party, and he's doing so like completely straight-legged, really gradually, and he's just like like the guy in The Simpsons when he eats the lemon tree.
Yeah.
Lemon. It's
Yeah.
like walking along with that, like not making any audible noise, not saying anything at all, just
trying to control the pain. Nubs is going to emerge from the wreckage and start looking for the other passengers who fell out early. So that, I guess, is Riven. I assume Abard's kind of visible now. I think Medica was another one who had trouble there, right? And I think Finnan too. Yeah. So he's going to start looking for where they are and see what the condition they're in.
So Riven raises his head from his brace position. He's been detached from the gyrocopter, but he was still sat in his chair. Nothing else is around him, but he's still in the chair. He stands up and identifies Nubs, probably more than knee-deep, wading through the snow, and heads over to join up with the others. I'll assume I caught up with Nubs and say, "We made it then, Nubs." Raven
Yes,
Rock.
we did. Made it's maybe the wrong word, but yes. I don't think I'll ever fly anything ever again, you know. I've had enough of that.
It's not a bad final destination. There is history here, Nubs.
Wait, what? Hey, I mean, you realise what just happened to us, right? Are you that calm? My God, I'm impressed.
Channel yourself, Nubs. You'll get there one day.
Channel myself. Well, very well.
Find peace.
The mention of peace, you just hear this tremendous roar from up ahead in the distance. No! Unger's on his knees. No, no, no! Much like Gimli when he enters the tomb of Balin.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
I swear, for the first time, you hear him sob loudly.
Oh! Whatever he does, yeah.
Oh!
I'm going to follow the sound of this cry and find Unger.
I think Nubs is going to keep searching for the other party members.
Rash, I imagine, settled down quite close to one, given they were on the final remains of the thing together. So he's also going to wander over towards the sound of sobbing.
If I catch up with Unger, and this place, Unger, it means something to you?
This place. This place, Unger says, looking at the shattered pile of rubble. This was my home. This was sacred. There was a statue of Raven, 15 men tall. We thought it was strong as mountain, has been here since before memory, our fathers' fathers. Now it's broken. How? I don't know. I don't know.
Shamash helpfully interjects. It appears that most around here is broken. I don't see any of your folk around here at all.
Unger, maybe best not to dwell on the past. What were you here for? What were you looking for?
Oh. Something. A place I remember. But this place is broken. Like my tribe.
Perhaps we are all broken deep down, Unger.
Unger is just kind of staring at the pile of rubble. It was once a complete cultural center for his entire tribe and his existence.
Unger, you may remember something from this place. Is there anything here? Anything still left?
Unger stares blankly. He lifts his eyes, they're glassy with the tears forming in them. He looks up at the ravens. The ravens. They are still here.
Good. And might there be anything else? Should we go closer?
Lets out a large sigh. Yes. But this place is a graveyard.
Unger, you know why we are here. You know what we have to find. Is that going to be a problem?
No. We existed to defend, to honor this place. As long as we go with honor, we do not disgrace my ancestors.
Honor is an ancestors is something I understand. We will follow your lead on this once we have found the others.
Unger
reflects
takes
on being
one knee
honourable.
and slowly stands up. Sorry, Finnan.
I finished reflecting on honorable deeds of running away from problems, like exploding breweries. A hand to his mask. I'm not worth.
So I think Nubs is now looking for Medica because he's the only one still missing from the party. Medica? Where are you? Just a sea of white out here. What was that noise? Nubs hears some noise coming from underneath a pile of freshly disturbed snow. He immediately starts panically sort of digging at it with his hands. Suddenly he finds a foot encased in steel. Oh my god! Guys, come over here quickly! He's stuck in the snow! Help me dig him out! God, Matilda must hate me screaming in that voice this time.
Yeah. Shamash hears Nub's cry for help and comes over and uses shape water on the snow around the steely foot to take it out, turn it to water, and move it to one side.
And of course now soaking wet.
Yeah. Freezing faster than ever.
But he is mostly out of the snow.
That he is.
Exposed to the elements.
Yeah. No, the warm snow is gone.
The water immediately freezes on his icy armor.
Next to the foot sticking out, Shamash now creates a bonfire.
Uncle gets
dry off.
PTSD.
Yeah.
Not on Medica, next to him. Just for clarification.
You can see the warmth coming back as the blood starts to circulate again. His blue lips turning slightly more towards a natural color. I'm still almost rigor mortis in there.
Oh, I just control flame. I meant make bonfire. Okay. So everyone can see it. If you're standing there, you're burning for 11 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Abard waddles over to Medica and just stares deep into his eyes, still like completely stiff-legged, not saying anything. Hopes that in that moment, eye to eye, they just finally make a connection in their suffering.
Mm.
They do not.
I think charisma save from Avon there, right? See if he can survive Medica's anger.
Oh,
Fuck you, look at that!
so the eye twinkles a little and the smile
Yeah.
comes back to Abad. Medica does not. I do not have any energy to feel anything else than the warmth of bonfire. I'm starting to react, but I'm still holding on. I think I'll do.
As this goes on, Shamash says to the party, I don't know about you, but I'm quite tired of all of this. Perhaps we should follow Unger's lead and find some shelter somewhere. Obviously, we must find Vestige. Riven, I'm not sure you know what a Vestige is, but that's okay. But we also need to rest. It's been a long time. We've gone time after time from place to place, and I feel we may need to find somewhere safe.
Shamash, that sounds like a good idea. But need I remind you that there are frost strands all around us? In fact, I believe some of them took us out of the sky. I don't think now is the time for rest.
With that, you look back to the sky and see the dark cloud moving through the sky, almost searching for you.
I think now is the time for haste.
That's making me sleepy. Must rest.
I think whatever you are to find, you must find it now.
Fine,
You must find
Unger,
it now.
it's upon you.
Lead the way!
Unger hears the voices of his party around him, the eyes locking onto him. He feels pangs of pain and dread in his heart to dig around in this place that is now a mausoleum. I do not know what is here. Only myth and legend. One thing I know well. The ravens. Sometimes. He looks up at the ravens. They are wise. Sometimes they speak.
Oh my god.
Shamash puts on his ring of animal understanding.
There was a
He's
raven that
artist.
warned me when we went last at One Stone.
What?
Could it be related to them? When I was in the
Okay.
forest.
His eyes lock onto you. When?
Well, when we were being pursued by those things in the sky, he told me. He told me all about it. He told me we needed to hide. Not in so many words. I think he said one word to me, and that was hide.
Unger rushes down to Nubs and kneels down and grabs him by the shoulders. He's like this close to his face.
Yeah.
This is omen.
No.
Demons meditate for many, many winters, and no ravens talk. You are
I
chosen.
think he's looking out for us. Me? But I'm just a gnome.
Oh, roll
Ravens
this again.
talk to you.
Yeah.
There is something. Maybe you can talk to Raven.
I can.
You know we all can if you want, Unger. And Shamash
can
offers
try.
him a ring suggestively.
What is this?
Try it on. I speak to a raven. And then Shamash goes off into a corner for about 10 minutes and starts doing a bit of a weird thing.
Wait, what?
Imagine the party just kind of just looking at Shamash.
Do you think we
Put
just
up
leave
like
him
a
here?
little
I mean,
tent.
just, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
He starts laying out like little flowers and bits of bone around the circle and sort of whispering to them gently.
I don't like this.
I don't know if we should. Like, maybe we should just. You know, is there someone else we can leave him with, like another party that wants a scaly lizard or something? I don't know. I'm just honestly I'm at the end of my wits with this guy. I don't know what to do.
I turn to Nubs quietly and go, I could earthbind him. We could just.
I mean, that's definitely a possibility. I'm not saying we should do it, but like, it's something we should definitely. You know, it's in the back pocket. You know, I'm just saying it's in the back pocket in case something else happens. That's a good. Thank you, Finn. Thank you. Yeah. Good idea. Yeah.
Unger's going to put the ring on. Imagine it only fits over like the top portion of his little finger.
Yeah.
It barely squidges on.
Got hands, that guy.
And as you do put it on, the cores of the ravens start to just turn into a language that you almost begin to understand. And then it becomes silent as their cores almost stop. And you hear them almost muttering to themselves.
Unger is going to slowly walk as he hears these, what he perceives to be voices of ravens that are something of complete myth and legend to him and his tribe. He walks slowly into the main stone circle and looks up at the ravens. He pauses for a moment to see if they speak anything to him.
Three ravens sit atop this piece of old timber. Two of them let out squawking caws. And another in the middle speaks in a low, dull tone. It has been long since we have seen your kind here, First Man.
Ice One. I am Unger Bunkerson, last living member of Raven Tribe.
He almost bows his head that acknowledgement.
Ungo bows down and he's onto his knees, almost in a sort of prayer kind of posture. We seek your guidance.
Make your request.
Long have my tribe, my brothers, my fathers, bled to protect this site. Now has come a time when we must unearth the vestige within. The giants roam across the land. They kill, they burn. Unger looks around at the ruins. How did this sacred place crumble?
You see the beak of the raven almost curl in a smile. You are right of the threat that lingers on this land. The treasure that your kind once kept is gone.
On. How?
The raven stares back at you for a while. The rest of you look on. You don't understand what is being discussed. You only hear Unger making cawing sounds.
Rash can understand that now he's done his ritual, if it's been enough time.
You can
10 minutes,
understand.
was it?
Have you all waited for this ritual to be performed?
Unger has not.
No.
I just need to clarify.
Unger immediately
if
started the
there is or
conversation.
not.
Fair enough. About 10 minutes into the conversation, Shamash will understand what's going on.
Long conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can only hear Unger calling back to the raven that is calling to him. And the raven lets out one more caw. Look at your messages, Charlie.
Unger stands. He slowly turns around. To look who stood behind him.
And that's where we're going to end the session. Thank you for an amazing year of D&D, and we'll pick up next year.
Amazing.
Word.
Yeah, see
Excellent.
you next year, guys.
See you within a year.
You know what I mean?
Excellent.
That's really, really nice.
What a
Yeah,
session.
that was